بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد محمد رسول الله. It's just after 8 o'clock here in California, and we were trying to decide yesterday if we go live at 6, 7, 8, or 9, and I said 9 is too late, but I decided we'll go ahead and try 8 o'clock tonight. It really depends on how much you guys can share. And I just saw the boss signed in here too. Okay, and you see what's behind me, so you know what I've been doing. Me. Okay, guys, we had some things that I was going to talk about tonight about Easter and so on, but in consideration of what happened, what took place in Sri Lanka, I decided that probably was not the best topic to talk about. It might be a little sensitive right now, and it might be taken the wrong way. So I decided we'd better talk about how we can better get along with other folks and show them a good example of what we are all about. So, you know, that's what I'm pushing for right now. Mohammed just signed in with us. Kima just signed in with us, mashallah. And of course, Khadija is here. Salama is here. If you guys would just take a moment, like just do this real quick, okay? Just share that little message right there. If you saw what I just posted up there, just share it. You can click over on the side of it, and I think that's how you do it, or click on it or do something and just share it. You'll be surprised, and ask other people to share it too. Always ask. Don't just share something, but ask other people to also share it, and you'll be surprised. Now, we got a lot of folks. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 times more than we usually get, just because you paid attention and did that. You guys, you did super on that. Yesterday we had so many folks coming in and checking out what we had. I just want to look for myself and see what it was. Let me see what we got on that. Let's see what's going on over there. Abu Rashid, Assalamu alaikum. How's everything going, guys? Yeah, you guys are signing in regular now, and that's good. I wanted to show you on the website, I don't know, the program we did last night, talking about Easter and Ishtar and the sex goddess and why some Christians don't celebrate Easter. On this page alone, it had 18,258 hits, which is good. We had 22,000 on the one when we talked about talked a little bit about Ishtar and so on, the sex goddess, and we put up the website that we have called Islam Newsroom. That one got 22,760, something like that. And there's all yesterday, you know, this is amazing. And then on April 19th, what was that, 2 days ago? We got 15,000 on one of them. The Surah Ra'id, which we put up there so people could know what to do about depression and so on. That one had about 7,400. So you guys are doing a good job. The one that got the most, though, was the one that we did out of our new studio. And it's not fully set up. It's new, but it's not finished by any stretch of the imagination. That one had 70,500 just right here on this page. In other words, we didn't broadcast it on the satellite because we couldn't get it hooked up. It wasn't enough time. Then also we put it on some other pages and got a lot of hits. It went over 100,000 all combined. And that was very impressive. I was so impressed and so happy because it means that, you know, we're doing something like we're supposed to do. The one with myself and Farak Naik, the young boy that was doing the Fastest Draw in the West with me. That one got 42,000 hits, and that was good. It's all good. You guys are doing a super job over here. I just want to encourage you to follow a methodology, to follow this standard operating procedure, which is, first and foremost, be sure and check and see if we are having anything. Just be sure you do that. Whenever you sign in, just check and see if we've got any new stuff. Maybe you missed something. And then the second thing is, when we go live, immediately share it and ask others to share it. And of course, I want you to make dua. We need the dua. Say Bismillah before you start doing something. All right, we got that all settled up. Now let's talk about what happened today in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, that's how they pronounce it, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka used to be called Ceylon, and that's where the Ceylon tea comes from. And then they changed the name to Sri Lanka. The capital is called Colombo. Now, I've only been there a few times, but every time I visited, I had the best treatment from the very best of people. When I met with the Buddhists, are the number one over there. It's not Hindus. Hindus are like number 2, and I think Muslims are like number 3 over there, something like that. I'm not sure. But in any case, the Tamil Tigers and the Sinhalese were fighting for so many years over trying to get a northern part of it. It was actually an island there that they wanted to have, and they were fighting all over Sri Lanka. So in 2009, after I had already left, they finally settled it, and that was good. That was very good. And for 10 years, they've had problems, but nothing compared to what they'd had before. And so today, I don't know what spin some of the news people tried to get out of it, but tried to immediately point a finger at Muslims, and then they kind of backed off from that, because Muslims are not the number 1 in that country, not even number 2, according to what I understood anyway. They're number 3, and then Christians are number 4. Now, what happened, there was an explosion at a shrine, a Catholic shrine, St. Anthony's, I think it was. Then there was a church that got the top blown out of it, and some people actually died there. And now all of this was on the internet today. You probably saw more of it than I did. And in that case, that was a church, and it was on Sunday, Easter Sunday of all things. But the other 6 blasts were one in a compound, where people live, and I think 4 hotels, and I don't know where the other one was. So it doesn't make sense to say, well, immediately, it looks like Muslims did it. Then a group claimed that they did it, they're called ISIS. But whenever, people can hack websites real easy, web pages. In fact, that's one of the subjects I was going to talk about tonight, is how many people have maybe originally about 22 Facebook pages that had my name, but they weren't me. And we reported them to Facebook once, twice, thrice, and I think some of them we even reported 4 times. And some of them are still there. Some of them they took down. The people, I think, themselves took it down when we asked them to take it down. They were people who were good Muslims. They just wanted to use my name to get a lot of people to come over to it. And they put up some of my videos and so on. But there were some, particularly the one in Arabic. The one in Arabic asks people to donate to me, only they want you to send it to a hotel somewhere in Ethiopia or no, not Ethiopia. Nigeria. I think it was in Nigeria. So that's not right. obviously. And they were telling people, oh, it's going to be for this or it's good that. But they were saying it was me, which is a big lie. So now, no matter what you might think, we have to go by Islam. And when anybody does something like hacking Facebook pages, all the way up to blowing up people, all of that is totally out of Islam. And it's not because I said it, it's because our Prophet ﷺ said it. He said, what means in English, whoever deceives us is not of us. So we're Muslims, so whoever deceives the Muslims is not a Muslim. Regardless, they can have a Muslim name, they can stand and do salah, they can fast, but they're not Muslim. They might think they are. Shaitan convinced them they are. They're not, because he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whoever is deceiving us is not of us. He also said, who leaves the salah is not of us. Laysa minna. Is the way he said it. Laysa minna. He's not from us. So, all right, now, there's something else. When anybody lies to deceive people, this is like one of the worst things they can do. In Islam, we know that some of the scholars have said this, that whoever runs away in a war, what's called Joban, a coward, this is bad, but they might still be a Muslim. And whoever's miserly, stingy, bakhil in Arabic, this is really bad, but it could still be a Muslim. And there was a third one that they mentioned. It's really bad, but they could still be a Muslim. But when it came to the subject of lying, a person who is a kadhib, a liar, no, they're not considered a believer anymore. So this is how bad it is. So whenever you think about this, I want you to be fair with yourself and fair with others, and don't say, well, maybe, and give an excuse, this, that, or something else. No, because if a person is killing people, lying to people, stealing from people, all these things that a harami, that's the one who steals, they might still be a Muslim, but they're not while they're in the act of stealing, because somebody might make tawbah, they might repent. There's another one that said, the Prophet ﷺ, he said that somebody who dies in the act of drinking alcohol, bad news. Now, if they stopped and they repented to Allah, then that's something else. But if they die while they're drinking, it's bad news. This is serious stuff, guys. I hope you share this video with other people and let them know how important it is for us really to take heed about these things. I don't want us to be misguided to start giving excuses for the wrong things. Now, there is something in Islam to give excuses for. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ said what it means in English, that before we criticize anybody, we should give them 70 times 7, 7 times 70, which is about 490, but more than, akthar, more than 7 times 70, which is more than 500 excuses. And of course, you'll run out of excuses and you won't ever say anything bad about somebody. That's a good idea too. But if you stop and consider this, this is all very important. Let me take this phone call right now while we're on the air. We've got somebody calling in. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. How's everything? Hold on. Let me put you on the air because I forgot to hit the speakerphone. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we're just using the social media tonight. This is our brother Habib, by the way. And I had a nice phone call from Virginia today, and they wanted to see us there in Ramadan. I think you already talked to them about that, right?
Inshallah, yes, everything is going well, alhamdulillah.
Okay, and by the way, shouldn't we got everybody listening now, I hope. But guys, you really need to share because we're making an announcement right now. So if you didn't share already, share right now and tell everybody to quickly come here because we're going to make an announcement about what's going on. It's this weekend, is that right?
It's the first weekend, inshallah, of Ramadan in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, but not that one, but the one that was this weekend.
This weekend, inshallah, in New Jersey.
Yeah, I was going to wait till they got all the people here to tell them, but okay, that's good. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. So yes, New Jersey is where we're going to be. Can you tell us what cities we'll be in?
You're going to be in multiple places, mashallah. You're going to be in Edison, in North Brunswick.
North Brunswick. Oh, that's close to, you're real close to Manhattan, I think.
You're not too far away, about 45 minutes to 50 minutes from Manhattan.
Yeah, but real close to New York itself, right?
Yes, this is Central Jersey, where you're going to be, inshallah.
Oh, okay. Patterson, that's the one I'm thinking of. Are we going to Patterson?
No, not on this trip. This is mostly Central Jersey. Patterson is a little north.
Yeah.
Inshallah ta'ala.
What is the one where Imam Khatanani is, Abu Ahmed?
That's Patterson.
That is Patterson. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
I sure love to go up there. They're always super, super, super good people. I enjoy them so much.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Well, all of New Jersey is pretty good for me because when I go there, there's so many people that I've known for almost 20 years, and they love to come out and they'll tell me, "Oh, you remember when I internet here? I don't know what happened just now. Maybe I should log off and log back in again. What do you think?"
I think that's a very good idea.
Okay, wait a minute. If you guys can see me now, if we had a hiccup in there for a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see me. Somebody send up that one that says "wow," and if I see the "wow" coming up, I'll know. I don't see any "wow" coming up. That may be that they're not seeing it. Hey, you can send it up because you're watching right now.
But let me just make the announcements for this weekend, inshallah ta'ala.
All right.
You're going to be, just so for the viewers to know where you're going to be this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night, inshallah, you're going to be at MCMC. That's Middlesex County Muslim Center, Islamic Center. And that's in Central Jersey, Piscataway, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night. Friday, inshallah ta'ala, we're giving khutbah at the Jama' Islamic Center, and that's in Boonton, New Jersey. Okay? Address for a lot of people so they know where it is. It's 110 Harrison Street in Boonton, New Jersey. That same night, inshallah ta'ala, it's going to be at the Islamic Society of New Jersey, and that's in Hackettstown, New Jersey. A well-packed calendar, mashallah. Saturday, there's a breakfast back at MCMC in Piscataway, New Jersey. Saturday afternoon, it's going to be in Darul Islah.
Darul Islah.
That's in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Teaneck.
Beautiful masjid, yeah, they have a beautiful masjid there. Very nice, very nice.
All right.
And Saturday night, it's at the Fusion Community Center. That's after Maghrib.
Okay.
Okay. And on Sunday afternoon is going to be back at the the Boonton Masjid. They also have a beautiful, nice big masjid in Boonton, New Jersey.
Ah, okay.
And finally, Sunday evening program. Okay, Sunday evening program, inshallah ta'ala, is going to be at PCIA, and that's in northern New Jersey also. So quite a packed program, inshallah ta'ala. They're going to keep you very busy.
I hope so. I like to be busy. Okay, well, we've got a few people watching right now. I was hoping we'd get a lot more, but maybe after all the stuff going on today, maybe some of the people did abandon Facebook so they don't get all that nasty, all the noise and chatter that goes on after any kind of a terrorist thing, and I don't really blame them for that.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very sad day for what happened. It's another massacre that's hate-oriented.
I actually wanted to talk about several things tonight that I'm going to postpone, and because it's just not the right time. It wasn't anything bad that I was going to say, but it's just not the right time. The people are feeling a lot of remorse and a lot of sadness right now. And I know how we felt just, what was it, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when New Zealand got hit.
Yeah.
And that was so wrong. And the guy goes on there, I don't want to relive that again with his going live on social media and doing that. I mean, I can't imagine. And these people, whoever did this is just, and if they targeted Christians or targeted anybody, they're human beings.
That's right. That's right. Anybody who's doing something, meditating or worshiping in their own way, and they get slaughtered while they're doing something to get closer in their ibadah is wrong, and it's unjust, and it's inhumane. And that's obviously is better than I do, is un-Islamic.
I know that to be a fact because when some people said that they blew up a mosque, they blew up a mosque many years ago, and they said because these guys are Sunnis and we hate Sunnis. And I heard the scholars say that whoever does something like that, that's not only is it out of Islam, they could put themselves in hellfire forever. Then it wasn't too long, somebody else said, oh, there was a masjid for the Shiite that was blown up, or some people shot somebody up or something. And I can't remember, but the scholars again said the same thing. You cannot do that. And Muslims are, you hear from the Christians, the Catholics fighting and the Catholics in Ireland were so bad, and the Protestants in Ireland were so bad. They were killing each other. They were doing acts of terrorism. And all through the 70s, 80s, we kept hearing about this. And, that's two religions that are very, very close. And I thought, wow. Then when I come to Islam, I find that people are doing this in Islam. And who is being killed the most is the people from themselves. Christians killing Christians, Muslims killing Muslims. This has got to stop. It's got to stop.
It's wrong, and it's all because of differences in beliefs and hatred and bigotry, and it's totally wrong. It's against any religion and any type of faith. This is totally not the appropriate thing And unfortunately, it keeps happening. We live in different times. It's really scary. We're going through different times where people have no more, a lot of people, I should say, have no sympathy. There's a lot of hatred that's, people are just full, some people are just full of hatred, and they would take it in extreme ways. And they'll slaughter as many people as they could without any remorse, without any feeling of guilt. And it's really sad, really sad. SubhanAllah.
Yeah, I feel like that one of the things that we really need to focus on is what Islam teaches us about dealing with other people. There's a hadith of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam that was talking about the angel Gabriel came to him. Jibril alayhi salam came to him and was telling him about the rights of his neighbors. He said that sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that the angel Gabriel was so heavy on him about this subject, he thought that maybe he was going to say that they're going to inherit from him and be listed in his will.
Right. Yeah. There's a hadith that says the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asking people so much to take care of their neighbors that they felt that they would be, part of the heirs, part of the inheritance. That's so amazing. We always say the neighbor, before you choose your house, choose your neighbor.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a very good point what you're saying. At the same time, the idea of taking care of your neighbors in Islam is a lot more than just going next door and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Because what about when the one who used to put the thorns and trash on the doorstep of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a Muslim. That was in Medina, right?
I believe it was in Mecca that was happening. And the lady who used to put, she used to dump her trash at his doorstep. And then one day it didn't happen. And he tried to find out what happened to her. And when he found out that she was sick, he went to visit her. And she was amazed. She's like, I've been doing nothing but wrong to you. And you come visit me when I'm sick? It's just an amazing thing, really. But we're a million years away from that example these days. Unfortunately, if anything that happens like that, people just think of vengeance. They don't think of taking care of other people. They just think of how can I, take revenge? That's really all they think about.
Yeah. Also, what about the subject of a taif? Now, those aren't really neighbors, but whenever the Prophet ﷺ went all the way to Taif, and the people mistreated him and abused him so bad, they were actually throwing rocks at him and his companion to the extent that they were bleeding. They were actually bleeding really bad. And so, the Prophet ﷺ is offered by the angel that he can bring the mountain down on them, and instead he prayed for them.
That's true. That's very true. And that really gives us a good example to follow. Unfortunately, a lot of people choose to forge their own paths and, follow their own instincts, which most of the time they're wrong, instead of following the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Well, I do thank you for calling in and doing this and helping me with telling everybody. If anybody just now tuned in, I want to remind them we're going to be in New Jersey this weekend, and then the first weekend of Ramadan.
You're going to be in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, is that the very next week after that, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll be in New Jersey, and then I'll come back to California, and then I'll go back over there. Is that how we're going to do it?
Inshallah ta'ala. Yes.
All right. And now we're also booking some other things up for Ramadan, I hope.
Yeah, the second weekend, inshallah ta'ala, you're going to be at the Diana Turkish Center back in Maryland. The second weekend of Ramadan.
Wonderful.
The third weekend, you're going to be in Minnesota visiting our brothers in Minnesota.
Perfect.
The last weekend, inshallah ta'ala, you're going to be in Texas.
Oh, wonderful. Where?
You're going to be in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, Allah. Yeehaw. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. If that's the case, I better get my cowboy hat on here. Yep. All right. Now, yes, sir. Well, is that backwards? Yeah, here you go. Now, don't laugh.
Yeah.
All righty.
You're quite busy, inshallah ta'ala.
Yeah. Oh, I got to keep my cowboy hat ready to go for that one. Yeehaw. Well, maybe I've got the wrong, some people said that doesn't go with my outfit at all. And so I'll try this one on and see how do you like that one?
Beautiful.
You like this one?
Yep, very nice.
Yeah, you like the white one?
Yeah, the white one is better. I like that.
I like it because it said Guidance TV on it. So, all right. Well, so now we're booked. What about the actual Eid Salat? Am I booked somewhere to do that one too?
Not that I know of. Not yet.
Work on it, inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala.
You're the man. Doing a great job. And we make so much dua for you and your family. And tell sister big salam from us and the children big salam. And inshallah, I'm going to see you.
Inshallah, very soon.
Are you gonna come to the airport?
I will definitely be there, inshallah.
Allahu Akbar. Woo-hoo. Sounds good to me. All right, guys, you heard it. This weekend, New Jersey. Next weekend, Virginia. The following weekend is Maryland. And then the next one is Minnesota. And then after that, Texas. That's right, neighbor. We're going to be back in Texas. San Antone. Are we going to Austin too?
Probably.
Woo-ha! Looking forward to it. All right. Jazakallah khair.
وجزاك بارك الله فيك شيخ.
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Woo-hoo. Oh, that's so wonderful. All right. Now, we're going to wrap this video up, and then in a few minutes, I'm going to be back. So I'm going to give you a chance, guys. I want somebody needs to do salah around here, and probably somebody out there might need to do salah too. So I want you to go do salah and give yourself about just about 15 minutes from right now. We're going to crank it back up again and give you a final thing for tonight, something to really think about. All right. Then we're going to go over the schedule again to make sure everybody knows our schedule. And inshallah ta'ala, I ask Allah that He's going to bless our efforts. And you guys keep sharing. If you care, you share. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Alhamdulillah.